It's an exciting time in the NFL. Fantasy football is winding down with all my teams guaranteed postseason placement. Real-life football is also coming to a close with game results gradually developing the playoff picture. On our NFL Power Rankings presented by IHOP, we look at the likely postseason contenders. At number 10, the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota has kind of underwhelmed this season after falling a game away from a Super Bowl berth last year. However, Kirk Cousins had a strong showing by essentially ending Mike McCarthy's Green Bay career. The Vikings are currently at the top of the NFC wildcard. At number 9, the Indianapolis Colts. After being bludgeoned and beaten in the first couple games, Indy looks their best since Deflategate deflated their winning aspirations for 4 seasons. In the last 8 games, Luck has thrown for at least 3 touchdowns or more and has carried the team to 5 straight triumphs. Ageless wonder Adam Vinatieri continues to take sips from his personal fountain of youth. 9 years after hitting the Super Bowl winner in 2002, he did it again against Miami over the weekend. At number 8, the Houston Texans. A similar story to the Colts, most of us dismissed Bill O'Brien and co. around the office after they lost early and often. But since then, 8 straight wins, including one against a former Houston Oilers program that likely got knocked out of the playoffs as a result. The 8-win streak after going 0-3 is the first in football history. Number 7, the Chicago Bears. While most of the NFC North attention is on the collapse of the Green Bay Packers and coach Mike McCarthy's banishment to a Wisconsin dairy farm, the Bears are dominating the conference. At number 6, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh was on their way to AFC dominance before the Denver Broncos, dressed like day-glow go-go dancers, ruined their momentum. Big Ben has surrounded himself with an incredible receiving corps. Juju just garnered his first 1,000-yard season, and Antonio Brown became one of 3 players with at least 800 receptions in their first 9 seasons. Cinco, LAC. Ooh, I feel the electricity in the air. This San Diego boy is pumped for Phillip Rivers completing 25 consecutive passes. 25 is also the amount of years that I've had to wait for the Superchargers to be super again. When the Chargers make the playoffs for the first time in 6 seasons, Rivers better bring out the bolo tie, which has to be the most iconic bolo tie moment since Ducky tried to rock it in Pretty in Pink. We want more. At number 4, the New England Patriots. Maybe this is a case of being so used to the Pats being great that a Bill Belichick season of being very good isn't something that we can fathom. In the last 15 years, the Patriots have only missed the playoffs once. In contrast, get this, the league-leading Saints have missed the playoffs a dozen seasons in the same time frame. At 3, KC. How good is Westlake grad Drew Brees that White House grad Patrick Mahomes is second in MVP voting? In case you thought I was speaking in some hippy-dippy Colt terms, those are both high schools in Texas. Lone Star football is strong in the NFL this year. Mahomes boasts 3,628 yards and 37 touchdowns. He's also humble with knowing where he comes from, sending out a heartfelt tweet to his former coach, Cliff Kingsbury, after he was sacked from Tech for being too ridiculously good-looking. You're too big for Lubbock, Kingsbury, and they ruined you for it. At number 2, the LA Rams. The Rams are on pace to equaling their best record since 1975 when the VHS was invented, which probably means absolutely nothing to our millennial audience watching the show. SB winner Aqib Talib was claimed off the injured reserves, giving the defense a veteran boost. A W against Detroit will clinch the NFC West for LAR and guarantee them a playoff spot. Not that hard of an accomplishment considering they only have 1 blemish on their record this year. And at number 1, Nolans. After 3 straight wins, the Cowboys were in the driver's seat for the NFC East title. However, there's a snake in the Cowboys' boot, known as the Saints. This Thursday, New Orleans has enough offensive venom to poison Dallas from the top of the NFC East. The Saints also boast a 10-game win streak behind Drew Brees' MVP-level performance. With UTSA grad Marcus Davenport in tow, the Saints are now San Antonio's 3rd favorite team behind the Cowboys and the Texans, of course.
Tonight's NFL Power Rankings are brought to you by IHOP. Eat up every moment.